And now they're leaving.
This is not good.
In a world where ordinary men can excel doing ordinary things, this man has single-handedly lowered the bar. From the scrambled mind that brought you Mad Madness and Beagle Rare comes this underwhelming Friday night special event. Matt Porter is the Blendigeddon 2 World Champion and the 2020 World's Top Whiskey Taster. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your glass and shake your ass for ADHD Whiskey Live.
What's up, everybody? Happy friggin' Friday night. Perfectly super on time, like normal. Super on time. I couldn't be 12 minutes late. That's rough. That's rough. Also, what the heck is even... I'm having issues out the wazoo. Dude's lights are all messed up. Pets' heads are falling. Oh man, I'm gonna, that's my next purchase, new lighting. Well overdue for new lighting. Got this thing as one color, other light a different color. Whatever. Then everything's all goofy, messed up. I still love you guys though. Thank you for hanging in there and, still loving me even though I'm a disaster. Freaking disaster. Let's bump up the ISO a little. Ding, ding. Ooh. Hello. It's a little better. It's a little better. Let's do that. Oh, pushing buttons I don't mean to push. Ah. You down. You up. 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 No. Down. It is what it is. This is fine. It's good enough. It's good enough. You deserve the best, but unfortunately, I can only bring you this. So, welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Today, I'm unmuted apparently, and I am ready to rock and roll the place with the power of the Ninja Turtle bass. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. It's Vanilla Ice. It's a good movie. It's Super Shredder. Love that movie. I always thought that they should make a whiskey bottle that looks like the canister from TGRI, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. TGRI whiskey, I would buy that all friggin' day. That's not it. That's not it. That's a fake. Yeah, like that right there. Come on, focus. Yeah. We're live. State of the Heart was here super early, 1:30 this afternoon. Woohoo! Let's go, Matt. I'm ready when you are. I obviously wasn't ready for a bit. Eric B, Tennessee, more like Glenn, I see. America, can't wait. Friggin' Eric B's here. Travis Robeson's in the house. These samples tonight were all brought to us by Travis Robeson because last week we did a Tennessee whiskey live stream. And then apparently we're going to be getting some more samples from Old Glory. Glory, hallelujah. But there was still some left over from last week. And then I found an entire friggin' another bag from Travis. Another whole nother bag. So we're going to get through them. We're going to pump through these Tennessee whiskey samples 1 week at a time. My mother is here. Hi, Mom. Love you very much. Sorry I'm so late. Christian Mojica. Wish there was instant feedback so I just knew names, how badly I'm mispronouncing them. He's having some top shelf pours tonight, even though my top shelf pours are probably mid shelf to most of you bourbon connoisseurs. That's the way. Hey, listen, around here, your top shelf is whatever your top shelf is. Whatever you love or whatever, it's all, we're good. We're good. I feel the same way as you. My top shelf is, no, I got a couple freaking sweet bottles, but you go into Cameron's stream and you feel like, wow, what am I doing here? Like you walk into like a hotel that you didn't even know existed. And they're like, hey, welcome on into your Thursday night hotel stay. You look like shit. And you're like, I am in a $16,000 suit. And they're like, well, you could have had it tailored. And you're like, I had it tailored by the best tailor in Manhattan. And they're like, oh, you mean Dominique? Dominique. Stink. I don't know. But Cameron is a lovely fella. But yeah, his top shelf different. His top shelf way up, which is weird considering reach. Just a, what do you call it? When you just a observation. Observation. What do we got here? We got some live stream music. Ready to pump it up. Let's play some. Turn it down though, because down. Why am I so bad at this? It's been years. I'm still bad at this. If you tour Old Dominic, ask for JJ as your tour guide. I don't know. Not very good luck with JJs around here. But I guess I'll give that JJ a shot if I ever go to Old Dominic. Every time I see Old Dominic, I think of the song. The Italian one. Kobe's in the house. Bring Kobe. Kobe, we should chat like you mentioned. Let's do it. Kobe texted me and Thrasher texted me. I responded to one of them. Thrasher, I'm sorry. They're asking me about Matt Madness already. I was like, what year is it? What time? So we're going to get that ball rolling. 7:08 start time on the nose. That did not happen. That's my fault. That's my bad. Hollywood Marine. Sorry about that. One of these weeks I'll start early. And you'll be like, why did you do that? And it'll be because of this. You need to start chopping some minutes off the late, take some back the other way. State of the Heart says, kick it. Nice kick, yeah. JD Heritage Barrel, it's nice. So I was talking about not seeing those in Colorado. Go to friggin' Costco. So last Friday, I was talking about the Old Forester 1924 and how I almost paid $170 for a bottle, but I couldn't do it. And all of you were like, don't do that. And I was like, I thought MSRP was $150, but turns out it's lower than that. So I go to Costco and they got the Heritage Barrel Jack Daniels, a lot of them. They have the Remus Repeal Reserve 9, is it? Was it 9? For like $70. And then they have the 1924 for $106.99. So guess who got an Old Forester 1924 for $106.99? This guy. How far behind am I now? 11 minutes in chat. That's fine. Costco had Chem 18 for under 400 today. Told my wife it was still too much, but she got it for me. Cheers. Oh, she's sweet. That's nice. It's so freaking good though. It's so good. RIP shelf turds. I know. I miss them. I know. I was late. I was very late. Going back to all the comments about me being late hurts. Travis says hit the flip and like button. Yeah, do that. I know I was dark. We're fixing it as we go. We're fixing it. Get your shit together. Thanks, Kobe. I will. I'll get it together. I'll get my shit together or else. It'll actually, as a matter of fact, the start time tonight doesn't reflect this, but I'm doing so much better. Knock on wood. That's fake. This is real. Yeah. I remember last week when I said that I just stopped. Like this is what happened. And we'll get into the tasting, but I want to get into this first. I'm just scrolling to the bottom. You're coming to see me. All right. I'm not in the Denver area, Joe Unfiltered. We're way on the other side. But Cam could have bought 4 roses Distillery. Oh, that's hilarious. That's bad. Tuning in from northern Michigan tonight. I guess I need to go to Costco too now. Trevor in Ohio. What the hell? Where are you at in northern Michigan? Let me guess. Petoskey. That's a guess. All right. Where was I? Oh, this. I'll tell you about. Listen, let me get some shit figured straight here. One thing at a time, Matt. One thing at a time. I have a blind sample. We're going to do the blind sample first, like we always do, to kick things off. Grabbed it out of the 1 ounce Wednesday box. It's in my hand. Don't know what it is, because that would ruin the whole thing. But it's here. I'm going to see if I can get it in focus for you. Oh, look at that. There you go. Moving the light right there. That's the best thing I've ever done in my life. Opening my hand. Should still be in focus. No spoilers in the chat. If you can see it. If not, oh well. You'll find out when I find out. Moving the light to the camera is a brilliant move. I can't believe I didn't think of that years ago. America. Hiding it that in the mug. See, it's in there now. You probably couldn't tell, but it's in there. 119 of you in chat. Thank you so much for being here to kick off this friggin' first weekend of February, isn't it? What's today? The 6th? Yeah, it is. All right. Giving this thing the old SJ, the old swirl job. My garage smells of seafood and wood smoke. The seafood from our kitchen, the wood smoke from elsewhere. But there's too many cracks in the garage door, so the wood smoke smell come pluming in. And this kind of had that on it for a second. Also kind of smells like crab legs. We did our own homemade seafood boil today. Ringing in my ear. That's weird. That's a new one. Yeah, we made a homemade seafood boil. Carissa finished her nursing contract, her travel nursing contract. Her last day was yesterday. So she's back home and we celebrated with a homemade seafood boil and a friggin' cake. Now she needs to find a new job or else. She gone. That's a joke. Hopefully she's not watching. If she's watching, babe, it was a joke. But seriously. Okay. Kind of smells like salted butter. A bit of a bird's nest. Doesn't smell very old. But there is some wood characteristics here. Interesting. Maybe an Old Forester product. I don't know why I thought that, but it's kind of giving me that vibe. We'll see. We'll go back to the nose in a second. I have returned for another gronking. Mark, do your worst. I haven't even... That's what I was going to say. I haven't AI'd. I haven't... If anything that's happened in the world in the last week, real or fake, I do not know. Before I got in the shower last Friday, I was staring at my phone. I was like, what do I want to listen to while I shower? Because I was just having an earbud in my ear basically 24 hours a day. So I took it out sometimes, but I was consuming shit in my head all day, every day. Scrolling through Instagram posts and Facebook posts, just like for years. And then last Friday, I was like, I am done with this. And I threw my earbuds in the drawer, and I was like, that's probably the best decision you'll ever make in your life. I got in the shower, I got out. The first day was really hard because you just want to get this thing where it's like in your hand and you just want to scroll. But the first 2 days were pretty rough. Since then, I've been feeling like literally like my battery is like recharged. My brain's working. It's clear. It's like it was poisoning me, which sounds weird. I know. But if you feel like absolute shit and no matter what you do, you don't feel better and you think you might be on your phone too much or have an earbud in your ear listening to shit too much, give it a shot because I feel so much better. And I'm getting shit accomplished that I haven't, like, I'm not a slave to my phone anymore. So the cool thing is now I can go on, I clicked on Facebook a few times to check notifications, to respond to some things that like were in the notifications thing, post an Instagram post and just get off of it. I watched a few YouTube videos that I wanted to watch that I knew were going to come out, but like no more like just being blasted with like all this information. And I think that my ADHD is very thankful for that because it was just fueling it. I was like dopamine. I needed it. I don't know. But I've been through some things that I've realized that, I mean, I should realize I'm freaking 40. I'm 41 years of age. But whenever like new technology is introduced into my life that allows me to escape into some other world, and like it's been bad for me. Laptop computers in college, terrible for me. I went from like a really good high school student to college, and they're like, here's a laptop. And I'm like, I have access to whatever I want to have access to all the time in class. Bad, like bad, so bad. Cell phones, World Wide Web. I don't need it to be any easier. All that to say, I started late tonight, but that's because I did so much today. Then we made a great seafood dinner. And I'm going to call my wife again. Unlike Dorothy Mantooth, who's a saint. It's a movie reference. I had to get that off my chest. I'll stop talking about it now. If she's not working, she might as well be keeping an eye on you. I know, Mark, she will. She'll keep an eye on me. Probably both of them. You'd love to see my setup. Setup for what? Which setup? Back here? You don't. It's bad. The first time Jared from Barrel King saw it, he's like, well, shit. Extra Old Forester 117. That one's good. I like that one a lot. Speaker in the shower, listening to live streams is the way to go. I used to have my best thoughts in the shower, my best ideas, and then I stopped having them. And I realized this is because I was listening to shit in the shower. It's like, that's the only time my brain had a break. Oh, and I used to sleep with an earbud in and just listen to shit all night because it kept the bad thoughts away. Guess what? Took it out of my ear. First couple nights rough. But now I haven't slept this good in a long time. Who knew? Who knew that your brain needed a break? I feel like refreshed again. It's amazing. I'll stop talking about it now. Chris Norris made an AI pic of us at the STL at the Arch. I've been teaching my children about the history of rap music. We've been listening to a lot of stuff. They know East Coast, West Coast now. I'm really trying to instill the St. Lunatics. City Spud, maybe not so much, but Murphy Lee and Nelly and like just the Midwest rap scene. And I think they're really hanging on to it. They're really catching it. 30 south of the bridge. What's 30 south of the bridge? Is Gaylord further than that? Probably. I'm sitting here listening to this stream on my phone with headphones on. I do that constantly, but it was just so much. It was all like nonstop. All right. But like I said, things are getting done. And I think this Matt Madness is going to be the best one ever. Because if this continues the way it's going, and like I feel like this every day, like the frig, the sky's the limit. Packages that have needed to go out for months are going to go out. Like I'm literally just catching up on stuff that I haven't, because I have all the time in the world now. Before I had no time because I was exhausted, and I just used my exhaustion with scrolling. Just scroll. Friggin' garbage. Facebook was like, what are your friends doing before? Now Facebook's like, buy this app that AI tells you is going to work for your personal problems that your phone overheard you talking about in private. Damn it. They almost got me too. This is woody. It's kind of mapley. It's kind of leading me in the direction of something that I can't put my finger on it. I don't think it's finished, but I don't think it's old. This could be like, kind of reminds me of the Old Forester King Ranch. Down the hatch with this blind sample, finally. The Patreon credits are going to get updated finally. Shit's coming together. It's going to be good. That has almost a Jack Daniel's finish on it. It's almost there. Maybe I was right about being a brown form product. That is like, I'd say like maybe 6 to 8 years old. Mildly viscous. This doesn't taste like a super special whiskey. I would say this probably be able to, I don't know, it seems like something you could buy. It sits in a weird part in your mouth. It's like in the middle of the tongue, kind of ramped up in like there's like a building in Australia that kind of looks like a sail. It's like looks like kind of like a sail. I think it's in Sydney. And that's the shape it's making in my mouth, which is a weird thing to say, but believe it. I'm weird, I know. We got to get this shit started. 7 point. 7.4. It's good. It's good. Solidly good. What is it? Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select. 90 proof from Bill Kavanaugh. Damn, he sent that in 2022. Shit, Bill. That's been in there for a while. The red wine finish on that I normally get from a Jack Daniel's product, I obviously picked up on it, but it's not that strong on here. It's like very dull. Interesting. What's that, like $100 bottle or so? $150 maybe for a liter of it. I might get one of those in the future, just to have one. Not bad. Not bad. All right, let's get this guy VR goggles. He lost in the metaverse. I don't need VR goggles. I would. Nope. Yeah, so take creatine. I take 5 milligrams creatine. What's this NAD plus I keep hearing about? I also need something that, because I've always been on medication for my ADHD, and I know that like messes up a lot of like receptors and shit. And there are supplements you can take that benefit, but to say that I tried a lot of stuff, and I mean, years ago I had my testosterone checked. Low testosterone, which I knew it was. I had to check before, but finally I had a doctor that prescribed me TRT. So testosterone replacement therapy. Medication for ADHD, like stimulants. Like taking vitamins, like even when I lost weight, like still didn't feel great. Then had sleep apnea, so I got a CPAP, and everyone was like, dude, CPAP's gonna change your life. I'm like, all right, pumped. January was the worst month I've had in a really long time, just as far as depression and like super like mentally and physically exhausted. Like I felt absolutely terrible. And somebody who's on drugs to help them feel better and being pressurized like a balloon at night to force feed them, air. There's no literally just getting off of my phone has been the biggest improvement I felt ever out of anything. Like that shit's crazy what it does to brains and bodies. So I don't recommend you stop watching me, obviously, but if you're out there and you don't know what to do because you feel like absolute shit and you feel like you're on your phone too much, take a break. See if it helps, because it's helped the shit out of me. Melatonin or CBD gummies help sounds, thoughts for sleep. What were you listening to overnight? Anything and everything. I listened to like podcasts, old bowling tournaments. I like literally Lebowski when he's sleeping and you see the bowling pins. I listened to murder mysteries, like real true crime shit. I've listened to like live streams, like National live streams. Everything, literally whatever I wanted to consume. I just find a playlist and put it on overnight. So I'm interested to see what my phone usage looks like on Sunday when it says like, because I get a notification every time. It's like, you used your phone X amount more or less than last week. It's going to be a funny number. Show them Cash Money Records. I already did. I already showed me and Char on the way to school the other day. Miley was homesick, but me and Char on the way to school listened to Juvenile Tiny Desk. Yeah. Like, she's like, pinky ring. What about a pinky ring? I'm like, it's worth about 50. It's like 50 grand. Bling, bling. Right? And she's like, bling, bling. uh, air filter on and foam your buds, make you hear your breathing and help silence your thoughts a bit for me. Okay. Watch the live stream on your TV. That's so I watched a couple live streams this week, and I put it on. No, that's not almost 2 years. I know when the last time it was updated, and it's embarrassing. It's been less than a year, but it's been close. Oh, he's got Maple on Jack products. Foolproof Hunter, what's up, dude? Thank you for being here. 150 plus for Sinatra. Yikes. Yeah, that's too much. Jeffrey Wax in the house. What's up? Thrasher's here? Hey! Wait, is he? I didn't see. I missed it? Oh, did I really miss Thrasher coming in here? I must have missed it. Thrasher, if you're here, I love you and welcome in. And I'm sorry I didn't return your text. Talked about it earlier. I'm going to. We should all, me, you, and Kobe should jump on a video chat next week. It's my idea. Kobe did not have the idea. It's my idea. Talk Madness 2026. Oh, wait, it is Thrasher. It just says at Thrasher. I see. Friggin' Thrasher's here. Love it.
It's Thrasher! Don't touch your penis.
All right, let's get this freaking shit started. I have a whole bunch of samples from Ropes and Still. I was going to try this. You know what? I'm going to try this first. I just saw this sitting there tonight, and I'm like, I haven't tried Whiskey King 1 in a very long time. Brig America. By the way, I saw that a 12 Summers sold on Unicorn for $450. Stupid. That's stupid. Hey. People be like, Barrel King Gold membership, it's too much money. It's too much money. Can't, no, never will do it. Then they'll pay $450 for a bottle of whiskey. Crazy. This is what got me a job. All right. So I have, let's see, what kind of Tennessee whiskey one. I want to just find one that is some of the Dickel stuff. I think that should be in here. This is Roaming Man cask strength. Old Dominic cask strength bourbon, 6 years. Old Dominic bonded Tennessee, 2025 spring 100 proof. Old Glory pot still. Old Glory pot still, 6.5 year, 5 year. Old Glory column still, 3.5 year. Old Glory pot still, 6.5 year. It's another one of those. Different barrel, I think. Huling Station. I want to find one of them that was like the high corn, like the Bluegrass Reserve, Elkwood Reserve, 9-year Barton, finished with French oak stays. I want to try that one for sure. Old Dominic cask strength. You know what? I should have just grabbed one and then just done it blind without knowing. King's Family Distillery cigar blend. Vanilla, honey toasted. Crap, where do the ones go that... That's not even Tennessee whiskey. Oh, glory. The heck? I could have swore that I had some that were... Oh, here we go. Franklin Distillery, 13-year Tennessee whiskey, recharred used barrel, 132.2 proof. 84.88. That's Dickel, right? Holy shit. If that's that. I'll try that. Then... Should have had a plan going in here. Here's another one. There's 2 of the Franklin ones. I'll try those 2. The hell is that? Super chat? You got a friggin' super chat? Don't return my text. Don't see me pop on after my sushi dinner. Make me contemplate my worth in the world. Have me walking quietly all alone with my head down in the dark streets of suburban Jersey. Thrasher, head up, dude. Don't walk with your head down. Nobody, that's a bad idea. Thank you for the super chat. Freaking Thrasher. Hey, video call next week, me and you and Kobe, my idea. Want to do it? Are these the lyrics to a Bruce Springsteen song? I don't think so. I don't think Thrasher listens to Springsteen. Thrasher, I love you. Gonna get a second Barrel King gold membership so I can sell 1 on Unicorn to pay my first. Man, that is full of friggin'. That is awesome. That is so dark because it's just full of friggin'. That's full of barrel in there. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. That is good. Holy shit. I'm putting that. Okay. That's interesting. I haven't had that in so long. Oh, by the way, I almost broke. I think it's called breaking an embargo. I thought embargoes were like some sort of like shipping treaty or like some sort of shipping agreement or some sort of like you're traveling through an open ocean on a barge. And I thought embargoes had something to do with that. Turns out it's not true. I was going to live stream with a prominent focus on a single bottle that I received a sample of one and almost posted the thumbnail. Then I looked at my email. I definitely should be checking my email throughout this phone down, like this phone thing I'm going on. I definitely should be checking my email still because got a box in the mail, almost live streamed about it. Turns out there's an embargo until Tuesday. An embargo is not anything to do with freighters or like shipping containers. No, it has to do with shutting up. Like, don't send me something and then send me something else telling me not to talk about it. Almost friggin'. Almost wrecked that pretty bad. But I didn't. We're good. Normally a Scotch drinker, but been getting on the bourbon wagon down here in Australia. Anything you think I should keep eye out for bottle or certain distillery? I mean, what have you tried? Like what's in Australia besides wombats and friggin'? You guys are the best animals. I will, hey, seriously, between me and you, I will get you some fine American bourbon. I'll get you the finest. Not the finest, never mind. I'm not Cameron. But I'll get you some great bourbon. Just got to send me a wombat. Okay? Or one of those, what are those other things called? A tamaran? I don't even know if they're from Australia. But any marsupial will do. Realistically, a marsupial of any kind. But what have you tried? What do you have down there? Then it makes it easier. So 13-year experimental liquor was first used by Old Scout in American label and the 107 picks back in 2017-2020. They could not sell them as Tennessee whiskey used barrels. Oh, that makes sense. The deadliest of animals. The wombat? Koalas are friggin' sweet. Take a koala. I want a wombat alive as a pet. You should have 20-year Dickel from Franklin that just at true barrel strength. They're like $2.30 a bottle. A 13-year about $100 a bottle. Hermit. Freezing in Ohio, frigid. It was 60 degrees here in western Colorado today. 60 degrees. 60 degrees, and I told the bitch, please. That's just a good song. This is 13-year. I want to try this Franklin Distillery 13-year Tennessee whiskey. I am excited about this. A lot of people dislike the Dickel, and for the most part, I kind of feel that. But I do have a special spot in my heart for that orange tang and just the difference that it provides. The mineral stuff, when it gets too much, it's rough, but so Franklin Distillery must have a special relationship. 132.2 proof, 13-year. You said they're like, these are like $100. Is that what you said? Wombat Annihilator says no. Man, what do you mean no? There's a guy on TikTok that I used to see when I would go on the TikTok. It was on my For You page sometimes. And it was like, he had like the cutest of Australian animals. He has like blonde braided hair. He's all, oi! Sally! I'm getting some purple notes off of here. Some kind of like a purple Jolly Rancher, which I was not expecting. This smells really nice. Very fruity, very lively. Did you say $100 for a 13-year? $100 a bottle. Just based on the nose, it smells like a $100 bottle. Whoa! Wow, that's different. Oh my. Travis, when did you send me these? Are these the ones from last year you said? Like, how long have they been in this plastic for? True story, I love this. Also true story, I'm not sure if I'm tasting the plastic in it. But if I am, then the plastic tastes tremendous. Because it kind of has this like a note that I'm totally unfamiliar with, but it kind of tastes like, well, if it's a recharred barrel, maybe that's what I'm tasting. But it went like, it ramped up quick and then hit a part of the palate that I'm not used to. It hit just a different spot in the mouth. You know, it's like when you're used to getting punched in the stomach and then you get hit in the liver and you're like, fuck. And that's never happened to me, but I've seen it on television several times. It's kind of like that, where it's like, whoa, I didn't know that part of my mouth existed. Big flare, then it came down, but then like switched gears for the finish. That was really tremendous. There it is. What is that? It's like, boy, there is a weird note on here. I don't know how to describe it, and I don't know what it tastes like. Let me put some thought. Like it's making me question whether or not it's the plastic bottle that it was in. But the fact that I like it makes me think that that's not it. But it kind of has this like gluey sort of like an epoch, like it's and it's right away, and it's like it just hits a different part of the palate with this really strange note. But let's find out if the other one has it. That's the way that we'll do this. there's this one. This one's also a 13-year, 127.3 proof. This one was 132.2 proof. Let's see if it has the same note or if it's completely different. Travis, do you know what I'm talking about? It's crazy. Yeah, so I'm not interested in the spiders. I'm not interested in the tiger snake. Inland taipan, I'm not even sure what that is. But seemingly it's something that shouldn't be inland or isn't inland in other places. But so that stuff I'm not interested in. I will not trade bourbon for those. However, marsupials? Listen, the wombats are so freaking cute. Kobe had a sample of 20 of Franklin Dickel and really liked it. Do you know there are 10,000 drops in a 750 milliliter bottle? What are you, the friggin' wise old owl? How many drips does it take to get to the bottom of a 750 milliliter bottle? 1, 2, 3. That's there. All right. By the way, if you're wondering how my bowling is going lately, friggin' great. Basically a professional, not really, but it's going a lot better. Been averaging over like the last, let me see here, 30. Two leagues over the last, like, 2 leagues, 2 tournaments over the last 8 weeks, around 190, which is tremendous for me. My average coming into the season was 165. So things are looking up and getting much better, much better. Almost bowled 2 really, really big games this week, but then I didn't because of the 10th frame. Could have bowled a 257 and a 259. Didn't do either of them. Freaking 10th frame. This smells... A little bit different. A little bit brighter. A little bit shinier. Same note. Which, wait, I'm not even sure if that helps because it's in the same kind of bottle. Same kind of bottle. I didn't pour the right one. What do you mean I didn't pour the right one? Crap. 13-year recharred used barrels. You had the one that was in glass. Travis, what are you talking about? These are the 2 I poured. I poured Franklin Distilling 13-year Tennessee whiskey recharged 132.2. And then I just poured Franklin Distillery 13-year Tennessee whiskey recharged used barrels 127.3. What stream are you watching? Jeez Louise, I thought I was an idiot. Unless, of course, I'm misunderstanding you. But it has the same note on it. That must be either the recharred barrel or the plastic sample bottle. One of the 2. Your hand was covering the neck, my bad. Damn right you're bad, Travis. Friggin' Travis. Take you surf fishing? The only surf fishing I do is from the shores of Lake Superior. and I'd love to. Is that even called? I mean, it's shore fishing. And Mark, I honestly, who would I? This would be a fun group. Mark Amenecker, Thrasher, and Jared from Barrel King. In the UP, Upper Peninsula of Michigan, shore fishing for salmon and trout from the banks of Lake Superior. Bring me, or I'll bring you, but bring me there. That's for Thrasher. I love friggin'. Wait, if you're down to the shore, dude, you have an open invite. Oh, he's talking about the Jersey Shore. Thrasher's talking about the Jersey Shore. Unless everybody already knew that. I'm so far behind. You know what? I'm going to pretend. And dinner at my house. Let's do it. She'll make company casserole. All right. So the 13-year Tennessee whiskeys. It's like orange oil, which I get from a lot of Dickel stuff. But it's like it's almost like a furniture polish version of it. Really concentrated, really dark, really thick. And like that's honestly, that's really, really good. And like the recharred barrel really put like see, what I would love to try is that product before it was like introduced to a recharred barrel, just to see the influence it had on it. But I'm pretty sure, well, I think I can tell the influence immediately, but I wonder what it tastes like before that. But I think this would actually, dude, for $100, that's a great bottle. I wish that these were like available to buy. Like, if these were like a thing where you could go buy these literal barrels, like the recharred version of these, I'd be texting Jared tonight and be like, dude, we need to get our hands on these barrels to blend with because these are tremendous. They're different. They're wild. And I think there's a ton of potential. I mean, like the single barrels are super, super good. But I wonder what would happen when you start putting different distillate in it. Like what would happen if you put some Green River in there, some MG, like what type of journey could we take? Because these are really damn good. I like that a lot. You said there's a 20-year in here somewhere? You said that, and I heard you say it. And by heard you, I mean I saw you type it. I didn't see you type it, but I saw the result of you typing. It was in a comment. But so now I need to find it. Roaming Man, that's not it. Roaming Man. I don't even know whether to trust you or not, Travis. Nope. Old Glory. King's Family Distillery. Port finished. King's Family Distillery. Honey Toasted. Ryconic. I think I've had Ryconic before. I think I had that at Whiskey Weekend. King's Family Distillery Vanilla Cask. That's not it. Old Dominic Cask Strength Bourbon. That's not it. Old Dominic Cask Strength Straight Bourbon Whiskey. That's not it. Another Roaming Man. That's not it. Travis, you King's Family Cigar Blend. Huling Station 100 Proof. Old Dominic Bonded. Travis, you lying son of a bee. Oh, he sent me the 20-year. No, you didn't. Friggin'. Oh, it's probably my fault. It is probably literally somewhere else. Because I just keep finding samples from Travis. I wouldn't trust me. Again, it's been almost 7 months since I sent this. Travis, welcome to the new Matt Porter. The Matt Porter who is catching up on life. The Matt Porter who is fresh-minded and fresh-footed. We're doing things that we meant to do a long time ago, and I owe it to you. And you told me there was a 20-year in here. There's proof of that. There's proof of it. You told me that. So as I'm doing good, you're doing bad. I got rummaging through the barrel house today and I found some amazing 7-year rum. Friggin' rum? Why is the rum gone? What are you fishing for in Lake Superior? Salmon, steelhead. Steelhead's rainbow trout. Steelhead's like what's the right word? See, my brain's still recovering, but they're like naturally ban me. Oh, nah, I'm good. Maybe. Travis. Like natural reproducing rainbow trout that aren't river locked, like they go out into the Great Lakes, into Superior, then like they'll come back and steal. So it's like a Great Lakes rainbow trout is a steelhead. So steelhead, coho salmon, brown trout, lake trout. You could catch like other types of salmon possibly, but there are lots of possibilities from shore and they're fun. It's a lot of fun. Lose a lot of lures. I have lost my fair share. Why isn't losing lures in the Great Lakes littering? I don't know. You can throw a friggin' metal spoon into Lake Superior, get it hooked on a rock 1,000 times, 10,000 times, and they'll just be like, terrible luck. One McDonald's bag and you're a friggin' litterer. I don't know. Which, by the way, I'd never throw a McDonald's bag in the lake. That's terrible. But they should make you go retrieve your lures, because then I'd be in a much better position financially. Yeah, that was what I said, Mark. It takes me a minute to get there. Get you a snorkel and retrieve that shit. Mark, first of all, me with a snorkel, I don't know if how well I would do. I'd just panic and inhale water for sure. Oh man, I shouldn't have gone these first. These are so good. These 13-year rebarreled Dickel. But I don't get any of the minerality. But there is that. It's so funny because anybody who tasted this, who has any sort of palate for whiskey that can like differentiate between this and that, would know what I'm talking about. It's so apparent. It's like, and I'm sure if I taste this enough, eventually I would be able to come up with a note like what that is. But it's so clearly what I'm like. If you were to taste this, I was like, Mark Hamenecker, try it. He'd be like, my discerning palate says that, first of all, I'm Sean Connery. Second of all, he'd know what I'm talking about. I know what you're talking about. It's not raisin. It's not raisin box. I feel like I'm trying to narrow it down, but I don't know if you want to watch me think this through in my head, because it's going to be a process. This is why I edit videos, because sometimes it's a process. We watched, my wife and I, we watched one of those shows that's like, I have a terrible obsession, addiction. My Strange Addiction, where a dude was eating cardboard, just like loving cardboard. And we laughed so hard because he's like, my girl thought I was cheating on her, but I was just down in the park eating cardboard. Oh, shit. So it's a new inside joke between my wife and I. Just in the park eating cardboard. Mark says, I got a taste good or I don't like it kind of palate. And my Sean Connery impression sucks. Well, we have one thing in common. What did I say? You said recharge. What did I say? CPAP scuba sounds fun. I don't want to do that. That'd be bad. Matt, those went in as White Dog and they weren't reared. Oh, that's why you said recharred. They weren't recharred into it. The barrels were just recharred and then White Dog went into them for 30. No shit. So they just went. They didn't go into a new American oak. They went into a recharred barrel. Did they go through the friggin' Lincoln County process? Because they taste so different. They're so wildly different. Lake Superior, cold snorkel swim. Trevor, we used to friggin' raw dog it all the time. We'd raw dog Superior. We'd raw dog friggin' Huron and Michigan. Just go up to Isle Royale and jump off the boat into the lake, until our peepees were inside out for days at a time. And then when they finally reemerged, we'd jump back into the lake. We'd do it sooner, but we wanted to make sure we still had peepees. Spent most of my time fishing the Missouri River. What's in the Missouri River? Just friggin' bass? I love bass fishing. It's fun. Lincoln County process equals Tennessee whiskey, but he said that it couldn't be called the Tennessee whiskey because of the recharred barrels, and it was White Dog. I don't know. Probably. You're probably right. I'll shut up and keep talking. This next one I want to try is a Bluegrass Reserve, Elkwood Reserve. 9-year. Well, it's French Oak State finished Barton. So it's not necessarily Tennessee whiskey, but it is whiskey from Tennessee. Bluegrass Reserve. Let's grab a glass. Got one. 9-year Barton finished in French Oak Stays. 120 proof, $100. SJs for everybody. That's a different chili on the peepee. Thrasher. My dad would my dad's got a temper, always had a temper. But whenever he fell off the boat into the lake, it's just like he's too cold to get mad. And I kind of like that. It's like if he dropped, I don't know, some sort of like a tool into the lake next to the boat, so mad. I'm so mad. But he drops himself into the lake. He's just like, ah! That happened a few times. One time, so we had when I was a kid, so we always had like my dad was a boat guy, always a boat guy. And when I was a kid, there was like a cabin cruiser, so like 28-foot cabin cruiser. We had there's like a V berth. My brother and I would sleep in the V berth. Then there was like under like the captain's deck, like there was aft berth. Yeah, my parents slept in there. So it was like there's a little tiny like kitchen there and like a tiny little bathroom. Like there's a toilet with a shower head. It was just stupid. But so we'd spend a lot of time on the boat and we could sleep there. Well, one time we were at a marina for so long, like tied up to the same slip in a marina. We spent like the summer on the boat on Lake Michigan, like down in the Traverse City area before Traverse City turned into what it is today. But that's for a different time. Anyway, we had a Cocker Spaniel and his name was Zipper. And he just like loved the boat. We all loved the boat. But Zipper would like in the morning, we'd wake up and then my dad would take Zipper like out to go for a walk. And Zipper would go, like come out of like the thing and jump off the boat and onto the dock and we'd go. But we spent so much time in that same slip in the marina that Zipper didn't even friggin' think. He was just like programmed to come out of the friggin', to come out from downstairs, come up the steps and just jump off the boat onto the dock. Well, then we eventually left and we went to a different marina. We switched docks. And then the dock was on the other side of the boat. Zipper didn't know. Zipper came out in the morning from wherever we were at. I'm not even sure where the hell we were. But Zipper came tearing out from night time in the morning to go for his morning walk and jumped off the boat. And there's no dock there because the dock was on the other side. And it's funny. Funny story. Dogs are dumb, but they're super smart. Poor Zipper. It's called a head. There's no bathroom on a boat. Mark. No, parents lived in the afterbirth. Kind of funny that you have multiple memories. A couple different places, yeah. This is the Barton that's finishing something. French oak. No. Nope. I'm not a stave finished guy. Oh. It's too concentrated. The staves make things too concentrated. They just like the surface area of the staves are so small that you put them in a bunch of whiskey and then they just kind of like it just dissolves into the whiskey. And that's all I taste. Wow, the video that I just released a couple days ago from the the Georgia Heartwood. When I rewatched it after I published it, and I was like, "Oh shit, man, you made sense." When you take steps to make something taste a different way, and then the result isn't it tasting older; it just tastes like the steps that you took. That's like a lot of stave stuff tastes like that to me. It just tastes like the stave process, and that's all. Sutton's Bay, yeah. That's where we were for a while, but I'm not sure if we had to switch slips or what, but Zipper, friggin'. Zipper had an attitude also, but once he hit the freezing Lake Michigan, the attitude went away. Let's see. I'm just going to grab one. I said that, and then I didn't. Old Dominic. Let's try an Old Dominic cask strength, 6-year bourbon, 121? Question mark. Why the question mark, Travis? You're the one who poured it. Don't even know if I believe you anymore. Old Dominic cask strength. So Old Dominic must be distilling their own stuff, I would imagine. Whoa. Wow. recalibrating. Hey, why is a printer? Listen, by the way, printer companies, F you, okay? The printer manufacturer, the people who came up with the idea of printing. You guys were so smart. But then you had to figure out how to make money off of it. F you. Hey, every time I switch my ink cartridge, you don't need to print an alignment page automatically. All right? Stop doing it. It's precious ink. But you know that. You knew that from the beginning. They're like, how do we ensure that people's ink run out faster? Well, we could, I don't know, maybe not put a bunch of ink in the cartridges. Let's do that. And then how about every time they put a new ink cartridge in, it automatically prints a page that uses a lot of ink? Why would it do that? Why would anybody want that to happen? We'll make it seem like it's a necessity. It's totally necessary to print a page. We'll call it, well, nobody wants a crooked print. We'll call it an alignment page. I've had 1,000 different problems with the printer, give or take. And they all suck. Not a single time, ever, has it been an alignment issue. Never have I printed anything ever where I was like, damn, I shouldn't have stopped that alignment page process printing thing. Never have I ever. Sons of bitches. They're off on a yacht somewhere with 10 zippers who know where the docks are at. Because they're smart dogs, because they bred them to be super smart. Because they can afford it. Because of the alignment page. This Old Dominic cask strength smells strudely, like a strudel. A bit sour, a bit bright. Smells a little crafty. There's not a lot of like farminess to it, but it definitely has a unique aroma that kind of like tips its hat, where it's like, Oh yeah. All right, down the hatch. Palate better than the nose. Hold on. Sometimes you taste a bunch of new things. Not sure like what you just like you're expecting something because you're used to what other things taste like. This smells like it's not going to taste what it tastes like. It tastes freaking good. Okay. Does not taste 121 proof. But it is a little citrusy. I'd say a citrus kind of spice where there's like orange citrus notes, lime notes. Oh, what's that Tajin seasoning? Is that what that's called? Shouldn't even tried it. But you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like kind of tastes like that. Kind of tastes like the rim of a margarita glass when they try. No. The rim of a shit. Is it a Bloody Mary glass? Maybe it is a margarita glass. When they try to get fancy and they start like putting rim jobs on the rims of glasses that aren't just salt. They're like, oh, we're going to make this one taste friggin' like zappy. It has that zappy note to it. Tahine. The J makes an H sound. And the I makes a double E sound. We had a terrier mutt named Bandit when I was a kid. R.I.P. Bandit. Did Bandit steal your heart? Sounds like it. like any good bandit was. I'm telling you, it's the high rye bourbon mash bill. Something about that rye really goes musty, earthy, crafty. Is it the Old Dominic you're talking about? That was only a minute ago, so probably. It does have a musty note to it. That's kind of almost like a basement smell. Yeah. Which I know that. So going through, like they can say that basement note is a fault. Like they didn't cut the heads or the tails at the right place. But I'm in no position ever to critique a distiller as far as their cuts go, because I have no idea, A, what I'm talking about, or B, how to do their job. I'm like, oh, listen, I was taught this and I learned this in the tasting academy that I pretended to go to. And they said that the basement note could be, they got the cuts wrong. It's a little musty. The palate, though, is great. I'm surprised it tastes like that after the nose. I'm trying to think of like what to compare it to. It's like I mean, it's fairly unique, but there are some like, I've tasted something similar. I'm not going to put my finger on it. I keep smelling it before I taste it, and it completely throws me off. The nose is so, like, and the palate is so, like, But every time I taste something, I usually smell it before I taste it. This is a scenario where I shouldn't do that. I don't want to do that because the nose is doing it a disservice. The palate is doing it a service, or like a positive service. And I like, so the Old Dominic cask strength, I wouldn't recommend. And by the way, this is a 6-year, 121 proof. I'm sure that their batches differ, but I like to try different ones for sure. What's the price on Old Dominic cask strength, you might ask? And by you, I meant me. Old Dominic cask strength. Fight Polio's in the house. What's up? Thank you for coming in. Won't the heads make you go blind? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But I know somebody who might do that. Do we have oranges? Sorry. Just saw this. We might still have one or two. I'll check when I'm done. Be done soon. Where was I? Old Dominic cask strength. Damn it. Unless somebody put it in chat already. $60? That's good. For $60? Just got an EH Taylor single barrel for $90. I forget. Shit's hitting shelves. I mean, I haven't been into. I didn't go liquor shopping. By liquor shop, I mean I didn't go whiskey. I didn't go hunting this week. But the last time I was bowling in Grand Junction, which is like the nearest big town to here. They're sitting on freaking small batch, single barrel, and barrel proof. I passed on a barrel proof for what, $150 or something like that. Like, shit's like hitting the shelves, and not everyone's buying it. The prices on their shit getting lowered too. The stores that used to be extremely proud of their product are becoming less proud, and I like that. That's actually where I got the Keepers release from, which will be reviewed very soon. Spoiler alert, do I like it? No friggin' spoilers on this channel. Jeez. Frey Ranch and Old Dom are the same profile for me. Whoa, Matt Carter, really? Hold on. Where did I put that Old Dom? Here? No, it's not it. It was in a whiskey glass. Where did I put it? Oh, here. Oh, you know what? On the nose, the nose to me reminds me of Frey Ranch. Now that you say that. The palate, though, doesn't. Frey Ranch, I get super, super, super intense floral notes that I dislike. Unless Frey Ranch has changed their profile over the last couple of years. From what I remember from Frey Ranch, it was so floral and bright and shiny that it was like, that's a no for me, dog, kind of thing. But I can see the nose being in that direction, but the palate of it is totally different. All right, let's do one more. I have so many Fridays of Travis Robeson samples to get through, but which one haven't I done yet? Roaming Man. Let's do two. I'm going to do a Roaming Man and an Old Glory. Roaming Man Director's Blend. Let's do that one. So a Roaming Man Director's Blend, and then I'm going to do an Old Glory. So I'm going to actually, I wanted to pick one of these plastic bottles to see if this plastic bottle of Roaming Man has the same note as that 13-year Recharred Dickel did. Because then I'll know if it's the bottle or if it's just the distillate. But I'm pretty sure it's just the whiskey. Ow, was my knee. Okay. This is the Roaming Man. The Roaming Man is in the whiskey with a man on it. Jimmy Siders. And then an Old Glory. Let's grab one. Okay, got an Old Glory. America. And it will go in the whiskey glass. That's got a man on it too. Without the man. And it is Old Glory. Column still 120 plus proof, 3.5 year Tennessee whiskey. That's not going to go great. 3.5 year stuff. Yikes. But first, the Roaming Man. Where the hell did I even put the shit at? I'm crazy. I'm falling apart before. Here it is. Roaming Man Director's Blend Distillery Experience, non-age dated, 51 rye, 45 WC, 4 malted barley. What's WC? White corn? Oh my God, am I a genius? 51 rye, 45 white corn, 4 malted barley, 99.5 proof. Isn't Roaming Man part of Sugarlands? I do not know. Wow. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. We're getting down to the okay. Whew. Non-age dated, but it smells very young. It is super bright, super. It smells like it smells like tea. I was gonna say like earthy and grassy, but it really smells like I'm sure what. Oh well, almost like a lemon. Like you had I used to make loose leaf tea, and then you put the loose leaf tea inside of like a contraption and like slam it shut, and then you steep the loose leaf tea inside the contraption in the hot water, and then you took the contraption out and then discarded the loose leaf tea. This reminds me of that. It smells like, and there were different types of tea, obviously. I'm just not a tea currently, like I don't know my teas very well. But this reminds me of a tea. There is a little lemon on it, but I'm not sure if it's a lemon tea or if it's just a tea that reminds me of tea. There's a lot of lemon. It's like a lemon tea. A loose leaf herbal lemon tea. Yeah. With healing properties. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's essential. Essential loose leaf herbal lemon healing tea for the body and the mind. Yeah. Tea uses buzzwords too, just like bourbon. Hand-picked leaves from organically produced, free-range, grass-fed leaves of tea for you and me. Again, well, wait. That's unique and different. It's doing a lot of different things. Some good, some not great. That's got some interesting characteristics to it that remind me of sweating. Hold on, one more sip. It starts off on the front of the palate really intensely herbal, like shit. What type of a plant is that? I don't even know. I need to actually do some investigation into friggin' herbs and spices. Really dive deep into those because I want to make my notes better, not just candy anymore. But it's very oh, you know, friggin' what? This is gonna sound weird because none of us should have eaten this. But it kind of tastes like aloe vera smells. You know, you get that friggin' juicy, ripe sunburn on the top of your head thrasher, like up here. And you're like, I didn't see that coming. It's because it's on the top of your head. How could you have seen it? And then you're like, oh man. And then Mrs. Thrasher's like, get the aloe from the fridge. And you're like, not the aloe from the fridge. It's too cold on the burn. And she's like, it'll feel nice. And you're like, it's going to shock my system and make my heart skip a beat. And then she puts it on your head and you're like, oh, when you smell it, it kind of tastes like aloe vera smells. And then it has layers to it, different layers. Am I a fan of that? It's unique. It's different. It's interesting. It's youthful. It is complex. It does change a bunch. Hold on. I keep going back to it. Third sip, which is way more than I took of the friggin' Georgia Heartwood. I took 2 of those. So by way more, I mean 1 more. It's like an aloe vera with a spice, though. Almost like a friggin'. Oh man, what is shit? I keep saying that my brain's getting better, but then keep doing it terribly by representing it with nonsense that's bad. I would say that almost there's like an agave-ness to it, almost like an agave up front, an agave merged with black pepper and aloe vera. It's like you crossed the border trying to smuggle back agave and got burnt and then had to heal it immediately. I'm on the fence about that. There are some things I don't like about it, but other things that make me kind of happy. Travis, you sent me too many samples. Just busting through them one by one. Fair Ranch bourbon for $99 and being really disappointed. Tastes exactly like Old Don Tennessee whiskey, cask strength, $3. 2025 Maker's Mark limited release with finished series beats. Oh, really, Pat? Maybe for you. I haven't shot the video yet, but I think that my video might be another bourbon skirmish. So I did Maker's Mark cask strength versus old Maker's Mark cask strength. So age stated versus non-age stated. I think that the Keeper's release might be Keeper's release versus the cask strength, the age stated cask strength, because I don't know which way it's going to go. I think, and I'm not positive, but having tasted both of them, the cask strength has less of the Maker's dairy note to it, but the Keeper's release has a bit of the dairy note, but also has some nuance to it that makes it really, really good. I mean, spoiler alert, shit. Do I like it? Who knows? I might absolutely hate it. I might absolutely freaking hate it. You don't know what I think about it. But maybe cask strength versus Keeper's blind. Because sometimes I think I know what I'm talking about, then I blind stuff, and then turns out I have no idea. But I might like the cask strength more than the Keeper's, but I haven't tasted them side by side yet. I am 8 minutes behind the chat, like a total friggin' idiot. There's 129 people in here, and I appreciate each and every one of you, but there's no reason for me to be 8 minutes behind the chat. Stuart friggin' Butcher, what's up, Stuart? Man, are you missing the frozen tundra? Negative 16 in Michigan last week and 16 yesterday. Yes and no. No, because of winter and vitamin D. It was 60 degrees here in western Colorado today, and I went out to a softball field with my oldest daughter and did some batting practice and some pitching practice, and she's going to do great. But if we were in upper Michigan, we would not be doing that. I would be like Mr. Miyagi, teaching her how to fast pitch softball by shoveling snow. Like, yes, my daughter. Or however Mr. Miyagi did it. Wax on, wax out, like paint the fence, but like shovel the snow kind of thing, you know? It's weird. I never expected my nephew, he plays college baseball, and they're already started here. Like they started their freaking college baseball season in February. Like where I'm from, baseball starts in July because we're pretty sure it's not going to snow again enough to Stuart Butcher, thank you for the super chat. And Stuart Butcher, thank you for all you've done and all you do. I appreciate you. People eat aloe, it's edible. Well, people eat crayons also. and glue. Are there any other Tennessee whiskeys that can stand up to Coy or Jack Daniel's 14? No. I mean, not that I've tried. There might be some Dickel stuff that's like, I could imagine, if I'm using my imagination, that Dickel has some experimental crazy shit that they've been sitting on. It's like in a rick house somewhere, like tanked somewhere. When I went to Michter's, not the place in Louisville, but their other site, I got invited to go there for who knows what reason. But we went through a tour of their facility, and they're like, oh, there's this one room where they're like, oh, this is like some barrels that we've pulled, and they're just in stainless steel. So there's like a big room with stainless steel, like they're basically stainless barrels, but they're like stacked on top of each other. And I don't know, maybe like 100 of them or so, roughly 100 to 200 stainless barrels. And I'm like, the hell are in those? There's so few of them compared to how many you have aging. And then, but you need to take them out of oak and put them in stainless steel and put them in this room. And there's like a couple hundred, maybe. Let's say there's 500, which is an overestimate. And nobody understood what I was saying, because I kept like friggin', I was like shook, like elbowing Shook, like friggin' Shook, like friggin' Sean, like elbowing Sean. I was like, hey, Alec, Alec Rubin from Alec Bradley Cigars. I was friggin' Alec, uppercutting Alec. And I was like, friggin' Alves, friggin' headbutting Alves. Because I was trying to make a point, and nobody would listen. Probably because normally when I make a point, it's a bad point. Case in point, later in the tour, when they told us that they only used the absolute best organic grains that they could source, I asked them if the master distiller, if he's ever used the worst organic grains they could source to find out the difference. And they thought that was a dumb question. And by they, I mean everybody. And Shook wouldn't let it go. But that was a bad point. But I felt like it was a good point. But earlier in the tour, in that room, I'm like, hey, guys, what the hell are in these barrels? The stainless steel barrel. Like, there's Michter's Celebration. There's Michter's 25, right? Michter's 20. The, like, super special releases. But in order for them to actually say we need to stop a process and put them in stainless steel in this room, what the hell are in those stainless barrels? If I could take any barrels I've ever seen and never tasted from anywhere in the world, it'd be those barrels from that temperature-controlled room at Michter's. Shively, is it? The Shively plant? Because they must be insane barrels for an insane project for them to take them, put them in steel, and then just like what's in those? It's either insane or there's no other reason for those to be there. So maybe Dickel has some stuff like that. That was my point of this whole thing. Maybe Dickel has some crazy shit that they're sitting on that's like, oh my gosh, we didn't even know that you could shit that kind of shit. And Dickel's like, we shit out of our Dickel crazy shit. But you don't know anything about it. And then you'd be surprised to find out the kind of shit that we can shit here at Dickel. And you're like, damn. Other than that, I'm not sure if anything could stand up to Coy Hill or 14. I mean, they just got a thing. They got a thing, and it's crazy to think that Jack Daniel's has been sitting on this stuff and kept quiet for so many years. Because, by the way, anything that's been released media-wise, as far as like coming releases or anything in the past week for whiskey releases, I don't know about because I've been off social media. I don't know. So if there's anything I should know about, put it in the comments. I'll read them. Maybe there is like a friggin' Jack 21. What is this now? Oh, this is the young gun. Shit. Oh, the Old Glory 3.5 year. I don't love that. Even it sucks because you know what it is. And then you try to go into it not expecting it to smell like 3.5 year stuff, but it kind of does. It's pretty grassy. You thought the heart release was better. So did the Tin Man. Just saying. Make your age statement is on point, right? It tastes so freaking good. $70 in Vegas, $30 in Kentucky. Jeez. Bourbon with hints of kale. I haven't had kale in a while, but I've had whiskey with like definitely tasted like lettuce. I tasted some Willet whiskey that I gave lettuce notes to. Standing in line with 200 of our closest friends yesterday, light snow while we were in line waiting for Wise One and Spirit Walker. Evernorth. Hopefully that went well. I miss those guys so much. Sounds like I owe you in-glass sample bottles. Travis, I owe you a lot, Travis. Travis, you're the best, dude. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you again and give you a hug. I've been told that when in stainless steel, the aging stops. That's the point. So whatever is in those stainless barrels, they said, stop. Like we need to keep that the way it is. Like, what is it? Is it shit that's for make your celebration, or is it, you know what I mean? Like, did they take stuff like the remnants of small barrels and tank? Like, that's the question. Like, whatever it is has to be super special, because no other barrels out of the hundreds of thousands of barrels that they have are being removed from wood and put in stainless steel, you know? Dick on some 18 to 19 wine finish barrels are sitting on. Eey. Put Kobe in stainless. Stainless steel. That's what I meant. Stainless. Shit else. Matt Carter, I'm 99%. That's 4.5 year column. Fill samples from the Bardstown event. Anyway, it's our bourbon mash bill, 73 corn, 19 rye, 8 malted barley. So he might have sent this a year ago, though. That's the issue. It says it's unreleased. 73, 19, 8. There's a grapefruit on there, which normally I get grapefruit from a column still. But it's grapefruity. It's, and not like, so anybody who eats grapefruit, if you don't put sweetener on grapefruit, you're crazy. But it smells like a tart grapefruit. It smells like the rind of an orange. Like, you're not getting into like the fleshy fruit of the orange, but it's like the outer white part, the pith probably of the orange. Like, you just cracked the seal on the peel, and then it's like, that's what we're looking for. So oranges and grapefruit. Yeah, it's pretty bright. Let's put it on the hatch. What the hell? All right. I'm waiting. That is super viscous. It is thick. It is tangy. It has some like brown sugared fruit notes. I was expecting this to be wildly different than it is. This is really good for, I would never guess 3.5 years on the palate, ever. Hold on. Oh boy. I'm sorry, Travis, this is a me problem, not a you problem. You sent these a long time ago. Well, no, because this one wasn't the same thing. On this one, I'm picking up on the same note that I got off of that original, the older Dickel, like which I was possibly wondering if it was from the plastic bottle and cap. That has a bit of that to it. Huh. Weird. I like it, but it has the same note that those older Dickel things had, which I'm wondering if it's from the bottle. But I didn't get it on the Roaming Man, though. The Roaming Man that was not there. But the two 13-year recharred Dickels and this Old Glory column still have the same note that I couldn't explain, which could possibly be from just the bottle that's been sitting in for so long, which is my fault, not yours, Travis. I'm sorry. Not Old Glory at all. It's just me not getting the things on time. I know Old Glory's sending me some new stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll get to it right away. I have to say that anything in these plastic bottles that I'm tasting today, I honestly cannot stand by what I'm saying about them, because there's no reason that I should have gotten the same note off of a 3.5-year Tennessee whiskey that I got off of a 13-year Tennessee whiskey. In the same part of the palate, the same. The weird part is I like it, which it shouldn't. I mean, if it's plastic, maybe I did eat glue as a kid. Maybe I did indulge in some Crayolas from time to time, the blues and the greens. But whenever I get the new samples from Old Glory, I think you know what? I want to, should I do one more to see if it has it? Just a completely different distillery. Let's do, just for shits and gigs. What's this one? Oh, here we go. This one will be the Telltale. This one's not even Tennessee whiskey, unless a part of it is Tennessee whiskey. It's from Barrel Craft Spirits. The same bottling, plastic bottle. Barrel Craft Spirits, Kentucky Bourbon Single Barrel, Purple Top, 7-year. Let's see if this has that same note. Maybe I'm just like ingesting plastic tonight. Yeah. The Fair Ranch stuff I have to try again. Okay, the nose is totally different on the Barrel Craft Spirit stuff. Oh my God, that's stronger. Oh my gosh. That's a friggin' bottle. Oh, I've got goosebumps. And also concerns my health. Oh my gosh, this whole stream has been a complete farce. The notes on the 13-year Dickel were not from the recharge process. They're from the friggin' plastic bottle, which I was worried about, but the fact that I enjoyed it made me question it. Then we had the Roaming Man, which I don't think it wasn't apparent. I didn't get it on there. Unless, did I say that the nose and the palate were totally different? I don't know. But then I tried the Old Glory column still, 3.5 year, and boom, there's that note again. And I'm like, whoa, it's the same note that I got on the 13-year-old Dickel from the plastic sample bottle, which has been in here for a friggin' year. My bad. The Barrel Craft Spirits one is the strongest of all. But that was unbelievably the same note, but amplified times like 10. Travis, I'm sorry. I should have gotten to these much sooner before they leached all the plastic out of the bottles into the drink. To make up for you, to make it up to you, I will ingest a bunch of plastic. Oh, I already did that. It's my bad. Damn, that is not alcohol friendly. Huh. Who would have thought? It's good though. It's really good. There's been notes that I've had, and then Cameron's had as well, that have come from like the Boston Round glass bottles, but they have the caps in them. There's like a plastic insert in the cap, and they're kind of glued in there. And we've tasted tainted samples from the insert in the plastic lid from the glue, and then you can kind of just tell that it's off and tastes kind of glue-like. I haven't had that in a while, but there was a red flag that went up, but I tried to ignore it and think that it was something that it wasn't. Oh boy, yeah. That's probably a lot of microplastics in my major body. Luckily, it's like an ocean, and a little bit of petroleum won't hurt a gigantic body of water. Hopefully that's the case. Matt, you judged Jack Daniel's barbecue competition a few years back. This guy has completed that. Listen, when I judged the Jack, I may have cheated off of a very, very prominent barbecue judge's notes, possibly. That's not cool. That's not cool. That's totally not cool. That's fine. No more plastic bottles. Travis, it's fine. It's not your fault. I'm sending all my samples to the garden hose from now on. Dude, the garden hose, such a good analogy. We used to drink out of that shit constantly. I feel like hoses were made better back then. Shipped today, 5 to 7 year stuff. Sweet. Can't wait to try it. Does stainless steel flasks versus glass flasks affect the taste of the whiskey? The stainless steel flasks that I've tried, I'm not even sure if they're stainless steel, honestly. If anybody gave me a choice, I'd always say glass. I know Aged Nor makes one that's like wrapped in leather or some shit. Anything out of a metal flask always tastes like metal to me, but I'm not sure if they're stainless or not. Or if they're just from China. That's a terrible impression, you know. But same. There's a whole shelf full of plastic airline bottles in every store. I'm sure it's safe. But are they 120 plus proof? 120 proof? At some point, it starts to eat away at it, right? Microwave in the plastic bottle. Jeez Louise. Last time I tuned in to one of these, you seem to be in the serious... what? You seem to be in a serious funk. Are you up and away tonight? Dalo. Dalo the Man won. Last time with 2 E's, I tunes with an S into one of these. You seemed to be in a Siri spaceless funk. Are you up and away tonight? Question mark. Dalo. I'm in a much better place than I was, but thank you for the super chat. And if you've noticed, I mean, I'm in a good place. I'm having fun. But at the same time, I wonder the last time you tuned in was. There's a lot of funk that happens. You know, it's life. Everyone goes through shit, but not everybody is constantly like, I could just fake it and just be like, hello, everybody. Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey, where nothing's ever wrong. And today we're talking about whiskey that's always great. In this video, you'll see me smile, and you will see me smile bigger, and you'll see me not say a bad thing about the world, but I will just welcome to Disney World. I can't do it. If shit's fucking bad, then that's just the way that it has to be. Like, there's a lot of social media and a lot of things we see online of people always having the best time. And when I worked in a gym before, go figure, right? And the manager told me that when people come in here, they want to see Disneyland. They want to see always a smile on your face. And I was like, as an employee, I should listen. But at the same time, I don't think that's true. People who are going to the gym are all shapes and sizes. They're all going through different shit, and they're looking for somebody to talk to and somebody who understands them. If they go see Mickey Mouse every fucking day, then they're not going to be like, I feel like I can trust this person. But if we're both going through shit and we're both trying to get better, and at the same time, like, it just makes things real. And that's kind of the way that I look at this. You'll never see me smiling and happy and joyful and honest if I'm not smiling, happy, and joyful. If that makes sense. I think so. Like, I'm a real person, and I go through shit, and all of you go through shit. And I feel like that's just how we should communicate and how we should be as a community. Like, we need to talk. We need to friggin' hash shit out. We need to talk about fucking problems we're having, great things that are going on. It's just life. And if I just pretend that everything's great, gravy, fantastic, and perfect, then it's not helping any of you. You know what I mean? Like, I can go on. There's so many things that people get jealous of people because their lives are perfect. But I'm sure when the cameras are off, shit's fucking terrible. So don't try to be like them, because that's not them. It's just a fake thing that they're putting on. Like, we all go through shit, and you're gonna. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Is that better? Just like Forrest Gump at the reflecting pool back. So my transmitter must. Hello? Hello. Can you hear me now? How about now? Hello? It's probably really bad if you can hear me. Yeah, so I'm shooting through now, it's through the camera, so very sorry, but they said that this thing had so many hours. They lied. I have to charge it. I love you all very much. See you next Friday. My microphone's dead. That sucks. Good night, everyone. Love you.